Hey there, my name's Yenn Purkis. Lovely to meet you virtually on YouTube here. I am an author of 18 published books. I'm a presenter of over 20 years experience, including 2 talks for TEDx Canberra, and I'm a media personality and a social media influencer. I am also autistic and ADHD, and I have a diagnosis of schizophrenia that I've had for over 30 years. I'm also non-binary gender and I'm asexual, so I belong to a few marginalised groups there. Despite this, or possibly because of this, I've had many really interesting and rewarding work roles in my life. I've worked as a public servant for 17 years. I've worked as an accessibility manager for Rebus Theatre, which is Theatre for Social Change in Canberra. I've also worked as an executive, as Deputy CEO for the Disability Leadership Institute. I've been working in all these different roles for a long time. I have a wealth of experience in life and work. I did not start life where I am now. And where I am now, I'm financially independent. I own my own home. I have a big media presence, social media and mainstream media. I'm sought after as a speaker and as an author. The last few books I've had contracts for, the publisher has actually asked me to write them. So I do have all these lovely opportunities to make change and to make the world a better place. And my life at the moment is utterly fantastic. But that certainly wasn't where I started out from. So you might not believe this, but please do, it is true. Between 1994 and 2000, on and off, I was a fairly frequent recidivist prisoner due to a relationship with an older man who was very scary. And sadly, he got me into the system, and it's very difficult to get out of the system. And so my life was utter hell for many years. No positives. My concept of the future was like Thursday. No wish to study, no wish to do anything like that. And what that meant was that everyone gave up on me, pretty much, including myself, and life was really challenging. But I got to a point where I wanted to change. I wanted my life to be better. I saw other people with better lives, and I thought, I should do that. So for me, that journey was a difficult one, but a very rewarding one. And I remember thinking, about a year after I got out of jail, thinking, I want to be ordinary. And for me, ordinary meant to have a mortgage, a suit, an education, a job. Not necessarily in that order. And within 8 years of deciding that's what I wanted, I had all of those things. Despite an extensive criminal history, I got work in the government sector. And yes, I had to jump through a bunch of hoops in order for that to be the case. But I look at my life and I look at where I've come from and I think, well, if I can do that, I'm not that special. Really, I'm not. If I can do that, others can do that too. And I guess that's what I infuse my work with now, my writing, my presenting, is that deep knowledge of how life can be really challenging. But it's not, you don't have to give up. You can actually, get to a good place with support and with confidence and motivation and all of those things. It's difficult, but it can be done. And I will say now, when I wanted an education in 2001, I've just recently enrolled in a PhD program at the University of Wollongong, and I'm going to be looking at autism, employment and wellbeing in my PhD studies. So it's a long way that I've come, a really long way. And I guess that journey infuses what I do. And when I'm giving talks, even if I'm not talking about that stuff, it's in the back of my mind. I have a lot to offer. I have a lot of empathy. I have a lot of understanding. I'm strangely wise. I'm 51. I'm not sure if you're allowed to be wise when you're 51. But, it's a lovely thing. And I love to share that. And I love to take what I know and help other people get a feeling of it and understand and maybe take some of that positivity and hope from my story into their own story. I'm happy to deliver all sorts of different presentations. So I can do a keynote, I can be on a panel. I even was on a great debate once for Disability Employment Australia. I do podcasts, I do media, things like that. So if you're interested, please get in touch.